Well, we're kind of reaching like the halfway point with the catalog for Slipknot. All hope is gone. Ladies and gents of Cyberland, coming back with another album review from Slipknot. This one, there's a lot of stuff to be said about this album, good and bad. All hope is gone. So Slipknot took a, I think, 4 or 5 year break from releasing an album, and when it started coming around that they were getting ready to record and put out new content, people were excited. I know I was. I was interested in seeing what was going to happen next with the band. And then, of course, the songs that came out. I think we only heard one song. I don't remember. I think the only song that I did hear was All Hope Is Gone. And I was cool with it. I liked it. Loved the track. I think it was great. I think it reminded me of Iowa to an extent. And a little bit of volume. So, Psychosocial comes out, we see the video, of course the masks have changed, and, you know, some people like the song, some people did it. My thing with this, though, is I kind of felt like I was excited. I loved the album. However, as I kept listening to it, I kind of felt like it was disjointed. Like something just wasn't vibing like the other three. That's kind of funny coming from when you talk about Iowa. But just something felt off. And I'm not like a lot of the other Slipknot hardcore fans in that regard. Like I just got this feeling like some of these tracks just feel like they were possibly uninspired, and maybe the band wasn't working together cohesively like maybe they should have been. But, you know, that was a thought. And then a little while into the album, it's been out for a while, and Paul, the bassist, the one that pretty much I've been told the glue that held the band together, he died of a drug overdose. The members, you could actually now see all their faces at a press conference that they had, talking about Paul and what he meant to the band and how they're feeling right now, and how they were going to proceed. I don't think the band was going to break up. There was too many members. However, it did strike a chord with the band. I would say All Hope Is Gone fractured the band in a different way than what Iowa was, because at least Iowa, they were able to walk away and move forward, but All Hope Is Gone, there was a lot of things that could have really broken up the band. I don't think it was just Paul's death. I think that was almost like the icing on the top on the cake. And I think Joey not remaining as a drummer in the band was the cherry. And actually, Joey, unfortunately, he passed away a couple months ago this year. And he was young. So, you know, there was just some things that were just affecting the band. And when I watch the documentaries on when they reflect on this album, it appears that it's not looked to, it's not highlighted in regards, or it's not looked upon with happiness, with satisfaction. Members of the band have said that, in their opinion, this is probably their worst album for some of the reasons that I mentioned, but also maybe because Paul, I don't know, him passing away, it was just a dark place for the band. But you know, it was something that Clown had said, that it was like it reached number one on the billboards, but it wasn't what they felt it should have been. It's kind of like, oh, people are acknowledging this is our best work and stuff, and it felt like to them it would have been great if they both agreed with the fan, where it was doing well and the band loved it, and that wasn't the case. The band didn't hate it, but they weren't walking away satisfied with what they had put out. And I think it showed in the tours from what was being said, as well as just now the reflection on the album. It's not a bad album. Slipknot hasn't released a bad album yet. It's just, it's lacking in certain elements. Some of the songs are just, they really don't go anywhere. And it's just not as memorable as the later work and the work before it. And that's my opinion. But I do come across people always saying this is like their worst album. They always say that, like, there's a couple good tracks and the rest of it's just a shitstorm. My rating for the album is a 4 out of 5. I don't feel it's higher than that, but I also don't feel it's lower than that. 4 out of 5, yes sirs. My top 5 tracks are Sulfur, All Hope Is Gone, Snuff, Psychosocial, and Gematria. I do know that Sulfur was the best way. All Hope Is Gone is good, but Sulfur was what really pulled me into enjoying this album. I would say that. So, if you never heard Slipknot, I would not advise to go to this album. First, I would say get a couple under your belt before you listen to this album, because it is the last album featuring their bassist Paul Gray, as well as Joey Joyce. Everything changes after this. Still has some couple gems on it, but listen to the other stuff first and then come to this afterwards. So, because this is not a good way to get an understanding of the band. But then, you know, some people might feel it is. Just, it's a mixed response for a lot of people. That being said, let me cue the music.
stay alone. All my decisions making untouchable and tainted. I'm unstoppable for the rest of my life, and I will always find a way to survive. I'm not a failure, but I know what it's like. I can take it or leave it or die.